German blackened deathcore band Mental Cruelty has returned with a new track, Forgotten Kings. And this track is everything I would expect from Mental Cruelty. This track lets us see new vocalist Lucas Nicolai in all his glory and shows us what he can really do, and the band hasn't disappointed. These are my personal opinions, and I respect your thoughts if you don't agree. As usual, the music is in the description below. Forgotten Kings embraces everything Mental Cruelty is known for. A bone-crushingly heavy sound, tempered with symphonic and atmospheric elements to create an ornately menacing soundscape. While Forgotten Kings is certainly a far cry from Symphony of a Dying Star, the track definitely sets Lucas free on vocals and does a lot of things I would have expected on past Mental Cruelty records, but with his very own flair. Forgotten Kings brings the familiar sound we have grown to love that A Hill to Die Upon introduced, but the track brings an almost fresh take on that staple sound, and the band did an excellent job by creating a fresh take on it. Forgotten Kings pushes the black metal side of Mental Cruelty, but still staying true to what makes them a deathcore band. Unlike Symphony of a Dying Star, which was more melodic, Forgotten Kings takes a full deathcore turn with the black metal elements supporting that sound in a manner not too dissimilar to both Lorna Shore and Worm Shepherd. Drummer Danny Strasser brought in a very simplistic drum pattern, which serves as the foundation for the track and makes a natural progression to blast beats, double bass kicks, and seamless drum fills. The symphonic elements were definitely pushed a lot harder than they were in the past, which further added to the atmosphere. My only criticism is that those elements sometimes overpower the guitar parts, and they blend together almost too well. But aside from that, the track is everything I would expect from Mental Cruelty, but without sounding like just more of the same. I think my favorite part of the song is the climactic solo at the end. It's super melodic, but surprisingly simple sounding. Guitarist Marvin Kessler did a very good job with the solo. I just wish it lasted longer, because for such an awesome solo, it was way too short-lived. The lyrics continue to impress me, as the band has definitely stepped up their game here. The lyrics have a narrative that paints a very vivid picture with specific word uses. From what I can gather, the narrative is likely a metaphor for corruption. The narrative seems to follow a man who has been imprisoned on a very high mountain, and he is constantly asking for forgiveness for his crimes, and asking for the release of death. It's possible this man was a corrupt king himself, because the mountain he has been imprisoned on seems to be a place of forgotten kings, hence the line, quote, "Kneel before the gravesite side of forgotten kings," end quote, indicating that this prison the character is in has been a place of corrupt monarchs in the past, hence why he is there. But that is my interpretation. If there is a more concise interpretation, I would love to hear it. The lyrics paint a very visceral picture and creates images of the story in your head. You can almost imagine yourself in the world this takes place in. Mental Cruelty continues to improve their lyrical narratives with each new track, and I think it's safe to say their upcoming album, Zwielicht, will definitely be more lyrically driven than past records have been, and that makes me excited. Forgotten Kings is a familiar but fresh take on Mental Cruelty's sound, and the band continues to improve every facet of their music. They are eager to carve out their place in deathcore, and I say they deserve it. Lucas definitely showed us why he was chosen to be the vocalist in Mental Cruelty, and the band is continuing to show improvements in their sound, particularly in regards to lyrics, with each new release. I wait in eager anticipation for the upcoming album Zwielicht from Mental Cruelty, which I will make a full review on in due time, and this album cannot come soon enough. What are your thoughts on Forgotten Kings by Mental Cruelty? Are you excited for Zwielicht? Put those down in the comments, and let's talk about it. And there's a postscript that I wanted to add from my editor. It says, P.S. I am so happy there are no cleans in this single. And he's putting a happy face, which you'll see right there. So that is the review for Forgotten Kings by Mental Cruelty. Sorry this took a little bit longer than it had to make. I got very wrapped up with work, and I basically had no motivation to make the review. But I had every intention of doing it. Work just kind of sapped all my energy from me. So here we are now. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I've got a couple other things in the pipeline as well. I know I said I would do the new Shadow of Intent song, but a bunch of other things have been coming out as well. So I will get to that depending on what holds my interest at this particular time. But I promise another review is coming, and Mental Cruelty, if you guys are watching, hi, tell me what you think of it. And yeah, that's all I got. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.